Whoa! What are you all doing on my mountain? Don't tell me it's turning into a tourist attraction. I won't allow it. Everybody climbing up and down and eating sandwiches would ruin it. And it's a magic mountain. What? You don't believe that this is a magic mountain? Well, it is. Do I look like the type of elf that would lie to you? Of course, I have to admit, it once had another name, the Falcon's Nest. This ugly falcon flew up to the top of the mountain, and there it stayed, and stayed, and stayed, always watching. Well, now that you're here, you may as well see the mountain. We'll start at the bottom, Dorfley.
Fresh rolls! Get your morning rolls!
It's morning market time.
2, please. Yum.
Oh, hi, Greta. I'll take 2. Fritz picked out the tenderest cut of meat for you.
Thanks, Elsa. Candles! Blue's the color for the night, candles! What a beautiful blue! It matches the color of my eyes. I'll take 3.
A candle for each eye. Everyone says she must have an eye in the back of her head because she knows all, sees all, and tells all.
Ha ha!
Oh, here's your meat, Barbell.
And here's your money.
And your money.
And your money.
Beautiful blue. Lovely.
I'm sorry you girls have to hurry. Otherwise, you could hear the latest news.
Perhaps a minute or 2.
Why not?
Well,
Forget it. Come on, Barbell.
honestly, girls, you never let me have any fun. Anyway, guess who's back in town? Oh, and coming this way!
Who? Why, it's Detta.
Detta. She always thought she was too good for the likes of us. Now she's back from the big city.
And she has a little girl with her.
That must be her sister's child. Poor little orphan.
What could they possibly be doing here?
We'll find out soon enough. Let's pretend we don't see them.
Heidi, will you please try to keep up with me?
Coming, Aunt Detta.
What a trip. We still have a whole mountain to climb.
I can't walk any faster.
Are you tired, Heidi?
No. Hot.
Well, no wonder. The poor child must be wearing every stitch of clothing she owns.
It's easier than carrying them.
Why, Detta, what is surprising you here?
It's all right, girls. You can turn around now.
Why, I never thought you'd come back to Dorfley. Detta, dear.
Are you home to stay, or are you just passing through? That's a good question.
Aunt Detta, is grandfather's house far from here?
You don't mean that you're taking her to Uncle's, do you?
How could you do a thing like that to a child?
Uncle's her grandfather.
But he's a hermit.
What's a hermit?
And he doesn't want anyone to bother him.
What's a hermit?
He certainly wouldn't harm his own granddaughter. Would he?
Anyone who's given up on God and people is capable of anything.
You're frightening the child.
I'm not frightened. I just want to know what a hermit is.
I know, and I'm frightened, but it's got to be done. So let's get it over with. Goodbye, girls. You can go back to your cackling now.
The nerve!
Imagine.
Hold my hand, Heidi.
Oh, Aunt Detta, I know I'm going to love it here. Even the air seems different.
Ugh, that Peter. He was always playing. He should be tending the goats. That's what he's paid for.
But they're having so much fun.
Having fun is for the lazy. Why don't we have the rest of this cheese? Maybe that will give me the strength to face him.
I'm not hungry, Aunt Detta.
Children are never hungry. It amazes me that they ever grow up at all. Now, Heidi, I want you to know that I'm sorry I can't take you with me to Frankfurt, but my new employer said, no children, so what can I do?
I'd like to play too.
No, you don't know our games.
I bet I can do something you can't do.
Bet you can't. Try us.
Turn your backs. Abracadabra, turn back again.
It's magic.
Can you do it again?
It's possible.
Yes, yes. One more time.
Well then, turn around and hop on one foot. Abracadabra, alakazam. Thank you. But I have to tell the truth. It wasn't magic.
We know, but it was fun.
What's your name?
Heidi! Heidi, where are you?
Here.
Heidi! Is that you? What happened to all of your clothes? What have you done to my little Heidi? If I get my hands on you... Not so fast there. Who's going to help Heidi carry her clothes? Works every time. All right, now, line up and let's keep together.
Up we go.
Up so high.
We can almost touch the sky.
There it is, Heidi.
Oh, grandfather's house.
Grandfather? He's your grandfather?
Yes, and I can't wait to see him. Hello, anybody home? How do you do, grandfather?
Grandfather, did you say? What are you doing back? And who's this?
I see you're as polite as ever, Uncle. I brought you your granddaughter, Heidi.
Granddaughter? But why to me? This is no place for a child. And this is no place for you. Why aren't you out tending the goats? Bah! All right, Detta, explain.
I've taken care of Heidi since she was an infant, and I have loved her like my own. Haven't I loved you like my own? Yes, I've loved her like my own. But I've been offered a good position in Frankfurt, and children are just not allowed. So there was no one else to bring her to but you, her own dear grandfather. But if any harm come to her,
Harm?
you'll have to answer to me.
Harm? How can you suggest such a thing? Why, I'm as meek and gentle as a lamb.
I'd hate to meet that lamb on a dark road.
What?
I have a feeling I'm not wanted.
Where did you ever get an idea like that?
Be a good girl, Heidi.
Yes, Aunt Detta.
Go!
Have a good trip, Aunt Detta.
Oh, I just did.
Silly goose.
I love Aunt Detta.
Well, you do you?
Yes, and I love you too.
Well, how could you? You don't even know me.
But you're my grandfather. Why wouldn't I love you?
For lots of reasons. Lots of reasons. Why are you staring at me that way?
I've never seen a hermit before.
I'm not a hermit. I'm just a man who likes to live by himself.
What is a hermit?
A man who likes to live by himself.
Why do you like to?
Years ago, when I needed help, the people of Dorfley turned their backs on me. So I built my home up here away from their prying eyes and their gossipy tongues.
They couldn't be that bad. There are some good people everywhere.
You have a mighty cheerful outlook for such a little girl.
Big girl. Big enough to take care of you.
Wait a minute. I never said you were staying.
But I have to. You need me.
Is that so? Do you realize that if you were to stay, you'd have to work for your keep? You'd have to cook, clean, and take care of all your own clothes.
I know how to do all of that.
Sometimes the only food in the house is cheese.
My favorite.
There's no place for you to sleep.
I could sleep in the hayloft and have a wonderful mattress of fresh hay. And at night, I could touch the stars from up there.
Nothing seems to discourage you. Well then, let's take your clothes in and get you settled.
And then I'll prepare our first dinner together. Oh, grandfather, what a good life we're going to have.
You almost make me believe that.
It's strange how one little child can bring so much happiness to everyone. Look at Peter. He comes by for Heidi every day, and now he starts whistling even before he gets there. Once in a while, I join them.
Up, up, up we go.
Up so high we can almost touch the sky.
Peter has taught Heidi all about my mountain, where the best pasture land is for the goats, where the dangerous cliffs are, and where the prettiest flowers grow.
Peter, look up there. That's the biggest bird I've ever seen.
And the ugliest.
Oh, that's only the falcon. He came by one day, built his nest on the top of the mountain. He's been there ever since.
Ugh, much to my disgust.
Truthfully, I don't know who scares the people of Dorfley more. That falcon or your grandfather.
Oh, Peter, grandfather is such a gentleman.
Well, he has seemed different lately. He even said I could take you to visit my grandmother today.
Today? Then let's go. Down, down, down we go. Way, way down.
Till we almost reached the town. Mother, I'm home.
Peter, and this must be Heidi. We've been so anxious to meet you.
I heard voices. Has Peter come with our guest?
Yes, grandmother.
I'm so glad you asked me to visit.
Tell me, Brigitte, how does Heidi look?
Just the way her mother did at that age. The same hair and the same beautiful eyes.
Can't you see me, grandmother?
Not clearly, child. My eyesight has been failing for some time.
Can't something be done? I know. I'll ask grandfather. He can fix anything.
No one can change my sight, but I'm happy to see how devoted you are to your grandfather.
Ever since that day, Heidi has shown the same kind of devotion to Peter's family. Not a day has gone by without her paying a call.
And then grandfather made a new stool for me. Oh, and he said he'd come by tomorrow and fix your shutters and the broken bench.
How kind you are, Heidi. Always thinking of ways to make other people happy.
Good afternoon, Peter.
Peter, what are you doing home from school so early? Is that so? And how did the reading go today?
Well,
About the same. I thought by now there'd be some kind of improvement.
well, it's not that
You think it's hopeless.
I didn't hear him say anything.
Heidi, when you've known Peter for as long as I have, you understand the meaning of every and hum.
It's late, Heidi, and I promised your grandfather that Peter would take you home before the sun set.
Thank you for coming, my child.
See you tomorrow.
I wouldn't count on that. Look who's coming up the mountain.
I don't know whether I'm getting older or that mountain's getting higher.
Aunt Dada, how nice of you to visit.
Your greeting overwhelms me. My, how well you look. Almost as if you've been getting good care.
The best. Wait till grandfather sees you.
Oh yes, I can wait.
Up, up, up we go.
We don't stop.
We keep climbing to the top. Grandfather, look who's here.
Well, well. And what can I do for you, Detta?
Oh, Uncle, it's what I can do for you. We all know you never wanted to keep Heidi, so I've come in to take her off your hands.
Heidi, go inside with Peter to prepare dinner. What kind of talk is that in front of the children?
The truth. Anyway, I found the perfect home for her. My mistress has relatives who want a playmate for the invalid child. Naturally, I immediately thought of Heidi.
Did you give any thought to me?
No, Heidi should come first. She will receive all the advantages of living in a fine home, a good education, beautiful clothes, and fine food.
Detta, I ordered you off my property once before.
But it's a great opportunity for Heidi.
Now I will physically throw you off.
You wouldn't dare. You do dare.
Well,
I'll go. Could I just say goodbye to Heidi privately?
You can have 5 minutes while I go get some more logs for the fire. Peter, come help me. 5 minutes, Detta, that's all.
That's all I need. I'm sure it's the best thing for her. Heidi dear, we'll have to hurry if we're going to catch that train.
What train? Grandfather
Didn't tell you you were going to Frankfurt to live in a big house and be raised as a fine young lady?
Doesn't he want to say goodbye?
Goodbyes are too difficult for him. And he wants what's best for you.
He's best for me.
He doesn't think so. He'll be angry and hurt if you defy his orders.
I don't know what to say.
Nothing to say, Heidi. I'll get your clothes.
I thought Grandfather loved me as much as I loved him.
That's enough logs, Peter. Let's take them inside now.
All I could find was your shawl and this hat. What they'll have to do, we'll have to hurry. Remember, time and trains wait for no man. You're going to have all the advantages I didn't have.
Heidi, are you coming to visit?
No, we're on our way to Frankfurt.
Heidi, is that you?
We can't stop now.
But
Just think, Heidi, all the wonderful gifts you can get in Frankfurt for your friends.
gifts for everyone? For Grandmother? Oh yes, I didn't think of that. Let's hurry. The sooner we get there, the sooner I can get back.
Heidi, dinner's ready. Heidi? Oh, Heidi, where are you? Oh, Heidi, please don't play games.
They've gone. She took her. Oh, my Heidi. Didn't you know how much you meant to me?
Mother, Grandmother, is Heidi here?
No, she just went by with Detta, and she said something about Frankfurt.
Frankfurt? That's 1,000,000 miles away. Detta! Oh, Detta, please don't take her. Please don't take our Heidi away from us.
Oh, she couldn't. She wouldn't.
But she did. They've left my mountain, gone to Frankfurt. Things will never seem the same again. Ugh, spoke too soon. Get away, stupid falcon, get away! If I ever catch you asleep, I'll have a new feather in my hat.
This is Frankfurt.
At last. Am I glad this trip is over?
So am I. Tomorrow I'll start back to Dorfley.
We'll talk about that later. I suppose this is the bell. Maybe after you see your home, you won't be in such a hurry to leave.
Did you ring?
I did, my good man. Just tell Mrs. Rottenmeier that Detta is here.
Are you sure we were expected?
Of course. You'll see soon.
Sebastian said some strange-looking people arrived, but this is ridiculous.
Just tell Mrs. Rottenmeier that Detta is here.
Are you positive we were expected?
Heidi, would I lie to you?
You've arrived early. I wasn't expecting you till the end of the week.
Everything went better than I thought, so here we are.
Here you are, and this is the child. What is your name?
Heidi.
Heidi. What kind of a name is that?
What kind of a name is Rottenmeier?
Her name is really Adelheid.
Adelheid? Ah, far more suitable. But I must say she looks young. I told you Claire needed a child of her own age so they could follow the same studies together and share in the same kind of fun. How old is Adelheid?
Well, I really can't remember exactly. That's right, she's 10 or 11.
No, Aunt Detta, I'm 8.
8? Too young, much too young.
A mature 8.
What schooling have you had?
None.
What books have you read?
None.
Can you read?
No.
No, this is ridiculous, Detta. What kind of creature have you brought to me?
The sweetest, friendliest child in the world. What more do you want? I suppose it's time for me to go. Be a good girl, Adelheid. And remember, Adelheid, always listen to Mrs. Rottenmeier. Goodbye, goodbye, Adelheid.
Detta! Adelheid! Detta! Adelheid, I guess we'll have to put up with you. So I may as well introduce you to Clara.
I'd like that.
But I must warn you, don't be too noisy or cause too much excitement. Clara is a sickly child who needs rest and quiet.
I'll be as quiet as a mouse.
Tell me, Tanette, what is this girl like?
Somehow we're its family, Miss Clara.
Clara! Clara, I have a visitor for you.
Come in. Come here, please.
How do you do? I'm Heidi.
Adelheid.
Heidi. If you'd rather be called Heidi, then Heidi it is.
But Clara!
And now, while Heidi and I are talking, could you please take her things to her room?
But this is it?
That's all I brought.
We'll buy you whatever you need.
But
And I think Heidi and I would like some dinner soon. Could you please tell Sebastian to get our trays ready?
But very well, Clara.
I don't think your mother likes me very much.
My mother? Oh, you mean Mrs. Rottenmeier. She's our housekeeper, and she's nicer than she seems. But why are we whispering?
I was told to be quiet whenever I was with you.
Oh, because I'm so sickly? It's true. I'm not able to walk, but other than that, I don't seem to feel as ill as everyone says I am. I'm certainly healthy enough to be talked to in a normal voice.
You look fine to me.
And you look fine to me, too. Where did you ever get such rosy cheeks?
On the most beautiful mountain in the world, Falcon's Nest.
You'll have to tell me all about it, and all about your life there.
Adelheid, what are you doing? Sebastian can do that himself. Sit down. Adelheid, that's not the proper place for a napkin.
Then where shall I put it?
On your lap.
But I always spill my blouse, not my skirt.
You're not supposed to spill anything anywhere.
Then what do I need a napkin for?
Don't be insolent. Just eat.
Yes, ma'am. Can I have that?
My, you must be hungry. Have another. Ladies should learn to eat more slowly.
Could I please leave the table?
Of course. You must be anxious to see your room.
Come with me.
Good night.
Sebastian, I think we're in for some interesting times.
Well, different, Miss Clara.
Dear Daddy, Heidi has been here for almost a month now. I can't tell you how I wait for the door to burst open each morning, and for Heidi to...
Clara! Oh, Clara, I've got the most marvelous...
Adelheid! Adelheid, you must stop hurtling through the house. Please, learn to walk slowly, like a young lady. I wanted to see you before Miss Helpman arrives. She is getting very discouraged with your lack of progress in your studies. There is no finer teacher than Miss Helpman, and we don't want to lose her. So please, try to cooperate with her. Can she possibly be so stupid?
Quick, Heidi, before Miss Helpman comes in, tell me where you went this morning.
Up to the bell tower. I thought I could see the mountains from there, but there were only more towers and chimneys to see. But guess what the tower keeper gave me?
I can't imagine.
A kitten.
Aw, it's so cute. But whatever you do, don't let Mrs. Helpman see it. She's absolutely terrified of animals.
Good morning, girls. Are you ready for another voyage on the Sea of Learning? That's good. I like enthusiastic students. These are our new reading books, which may prove easier for our new pupil. What did you say, Adelheid?
Nothing, Miss Helpman.
I was sure you said something. Well then, open your books. Now that time you did say something, Adelheid.
I didn't. Heidi wouldn't lie.
I don't like naughty tricks. Stop saying meow and stop jumping around. Can't teach under these conditions. There, you did it again.
But I didn't. He did.
Ah! Help! I'm being attacked by a vicious animal! Help! Help! Mrs. Rodmeyer!
Oh, Heidi, that's so funny.
But Mrs. Rottenmeier won't think so. What will happen to you now?
Where is it? Let me at it. Don't be frightened, girls. I'll protect you.
We're safe.
That's my brave girl. Imagine wild cats loose in Frankfurt. I knew the zoo would be dangerous when they built it. Where is it?
It's not a wild cat.
Miss Helpman was crying so. Maybe I misunderstood. What is it then? And where is it? What's that?
That's it.
It?
It.
A kitten.
A poor homeless kitten.
And you thought you could bring it here to run around loose. Well, think again, young lady. Out! Out! Get it out of here.
Really, Mrs. Rodmeyer, there's nothing wrong with having a pet animal.
When your father's away, I'm in charge, and I say no animals.
Well, I'll write to my father, and he may change your mind.
You needn't bother writing. He's expected any time now.
Daddy's coming home.
Yes, and he'll see for himself what a terrible influence Adelheid is.
May I see Mrs. Rottmeyer?
Another problem? Heaven knows how a weak woman can face all these things.
Come in, please.
No.
It's for your own good, Miss Heidi.
I should have known it was you. And where did you think you were going?
I want to go home.
Running away is never an answer, Miss Heidi.
I want to go to grandfather. I'm not wanted here.
Oh, Heidi, you are.
Sebastian, please take Miss Adelheid's things back to her room. Now, I'm going to tell you this once, and once only. You are not going to cause any more trouble. You are not leaving this house till Mr. Sessman says you can go. Do you want to make Clara unhappy? And do you want her father to think you ungrateful for all the advantages he has given you? And do you want to shame your grandfather with such behavior?
Never.
Then don't try running away again. Now let me have that ragged old shawl!
Oh no, look at what you've done.
Hard as a rock.
What are you doing with all these rolls, Heidi?
I saved them for grandmother. She hasn't any money to buy rolls, so I was bringing her the ones you gave me. Now she won't get them.
Heidi, these rolls are stale. But don't cry. We'll see to it that grandmother gets fresh ones.
Oh, thank you, Clara, thank you.
Now you help me pick these all up. Oh, dreadful. Crumbs everywhere.
What is this? An Easter egg hunt with rolls? Aren't you a bit old for that sort of game, Mrs. Routmeyer?
Daddy!
No, it's... Oh dear, I'll explain later.
Clara, I missed you.
I want you to miss me so much you'll never go away from me again.
If you'll excuse me.
I'm sorry. You must be Heidi. I'm delighted to meet you. I have heard from Clara's letters how much she loves you. Here, Clara. And one for you too, Heidi.
Thank you.
Daddy brings me a different present after each trip. You know, Daddy, I haven't realized how often you've been away till I started counting all the presents you've got me.
Soon, I'll be spending so much time at home, you'll be looking for an excuse to get me out of the house.
Never, Daddy, never.
Mr. Sethman, could you spare a few minutes for me?
Of course, Mrs. Routmeyer. Open your presents, girls.
A book? A book. It's very nice of him, but I can't read.
You must learn to read, Heidi. I don't know why it's so difficult for you.
It's too difficult. Peter said so.
And I say it's not. If I can do it, anybody can. Once you learn to read, you'll never be lonely again. Books were my only friend until you came.
Well, I can understand the pictures. Here's a boy like Peter, taking care of his goats. I wonder what his name is.
See? It's H-A-N-S, Hans.
I'll learn to read, Clara. I will.
That'll surprise Miss Helpman, if you can ever get her back in the house again. Meow, meow.
I'm sorry I had to send for you, Mr. Sethman, but as you see, the situation is serious.
I think you're over-dramatizing. Clara looks much better.
That's it. That's just the trouble. That mountain child keeps Miss Clara in a constant state of excitement. Not a healthy atmosphere for a child of her delicate nature.
But Clara seems better to me. I would prefer for things to continue as they are.
Mrs. Rottenmeier, did you tell them?
Not now.
Tell me what? Is there something more I should know about?
It's nothing.
There is something, and if you won't tell them, I will.
I don't wish to bother Mr. Sethman with their superstitions of a servant girl.
There's a ghost in the house.
A ghost?
Absurd. A few strange occurrences. Perhaps.
With all your education, can't you tell an occurrence from a ghost?
Well, one thing I can tell. Hysterics when I see them.
There are no ghosts, Tanette.
Oh no? Then why is it that every night Sebastian bolts and chains the front door? And every morning when we awaken, the door is always open. No matter how early we awaken, the door is always open. Even Sebastian is terrified.
Well, we'll have to get to the bottom of this. Tell Sebastian to meet me here at midnight.
Yes, sir. I'll tell him to be ready for anything.
What could it possibly be?
Mr. Sussman? Mr. Sussman? Get a hold of yourself, Sebastian. We who serve show no fear. Mr. Sussman? Oh, please let it be Mr. Sussman.
I know you're there. Whoever you are, come out and fight like a...
Ah! Friend, I come in peace.
Oh, it's you. What do you mean by frightening me half to death?
I didn't know a woman of your intelligence would be frightened by a bump in the back.
It came from over there. You take that side. I'll take this side. And when I count 3, let it have it. 1, 2, 3. Mr. Sussman.
Well, whom did you expect? This whole thing has been exaggerated out of all...
Shh. It's over there. Shh.
It's opened the door. I should have known you would be involved in this.
Why did you come down here, Miss Heidi?
The child's asleep. Wake up. Wake up, Heidi. It's all right. Everything's all right.
What am I doing here?
Causing trouble, as usual.
Please, Mrs. Rotmeyer. Thank you both for your help. Good night. Good night, Sebastian. Heidi, don't be frightened. You've been walking in your sleep. Heidi, have you been having any dreams?
Yes, how did you know? Every night, the same dream. I'm back with grandfather, and I'm opening his door to watch the sunrise. And then I wake up to find I'm still in Frankfurt.
And that makes you unhappy?
I'm grateful for all you've given me.
Yes, I know that. But that doesn't mean you wouldn't rather be someplace else.
But Mrs. Rottenmeier...
Mrs. Rotmeyer means well, but I'm afraid she doesn't understand little girls, especially little girls like you. And I think, Heidi, you have a bad case of homesickness.
What can I do?
Well, it's really more of what I can do. Let's put you to bed now and see what tomorrow will bring.
All this cleaning has made me tired. Let's take a break. But what if they are tired too?
Well then, if you're tired, you can take a break, talk with your friends, use the restroom, and just settle down for a little.
Okay, let's meet back in 10 minutes.
That sounds great.
The bathrooms are out the door and to the right. But remember, in 10 minutes the show will start again.
Oh, you came back to Dorfley. You just had to get another look at my mountain. Well, I don't blame you. But what happened to Heidi? Didn't you follow her to Frankfurt? Or does this mean Heidi's coming back? Oh, the start of the morning parade.
Hot rolls. Get your hot rolls.
2, please. Yum.
Here are your chops, Greta. Exactly an inch thick. Thank you.
Candles. Paper candles are today's special.
Those look lovely. I'll take 2.
The seeded rolls look divine.
I'll take 2.
So this is Dorfley. Quaint.
Quaint?
Practically picturesque.
Look, Sebastian, there's Peter. Peter, I'm home.
Heidi! I can't believe it.
I can tell. Your mouth is hanging open.
Hello again.
It's so good to see you.
Wait till grandmother hears you're back.
Grandmother, is she all right? Peter, I've got to see her. I can go on from here, Sebastian. Thank you for bringing me and for being my friend.
It was a pleasure, Miss Heidi. Here's an envelope from Mr. Sussman to your grandfather. Don't lose it.
I'll be very careful, Sebastian. Have a good trip back.
And you have a good life, Miss Heidi.
It all seems so pleasant. She couldn't have been sent home in disgrace.
Didn't they treat you well in Frankfurt?
It was as nice as could be, but this is where I belong. I would rather be with Grandfather on his mountain than anywhere else in the world.
Unbelievable. She's as peculiar as uncle. Well, no wonder. He is her grandfather. Come on, girls.
We missed you.
Especially Peter.
Oh, stop it. Come on, let's start up the mountain.
And we'll visit Grandmother on the way.
My mountain is even more beautiful than before. The flowers all seem to know Heidi's back. They all bloomed this morning.
Up, up, up we go.
Up so high we can almost touch the sky.
Brigitte, come quickly. I hear singing, coming this way.
It is, Mother. Oh, what a wonderful surprise.
Who is it?
Guess.
It feels like her hair. It sounds like her voice. Oh, Heidi, my child, is it really you or am I dreaming?
Please don't cry. I've come back and I'll never go away again. I'll visit every day.
Brigitte, did you hear that?
Yes, Mother. Oh, if only you could see how wonderful Heidi looks. She has a wonderful dress and the most marvelous feathered hat. You would never recognize her.
I brought this for you. I didn't know how to pack the feather.
I couldn't. It's too fine for me.
You must. If I wore it, Grandfather wouldn't know me. And Grandmother, here are 12 soft rolls from the finest bakery in Frankfurt.
Oh, Heidi, my blessing.
I've got to go. I can't wait to see Grandfather.
Up, up, up we go.
Love to climb when we have a happy time. Grandfather, dear Grandfather.
You've come back to me. Did you run away from Mr. Sessman? Did they send you away?
They were very kind to me, Grandfather, but they knew I wanted to come back to you. Mr. Sessman sent you a letter.
Come by in the morning, Peter.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm going to. Sentimental scenes always make me cry.
It's the same. Everything's the same. Oh, my beautiful bed, the most beautiful bed in the world.
Mr. Sessman wrote a letter of praise of you, my child, and he sent a great amount of money. Now you can have a real bed with real sheets and a blanket and everything else you could ever want.
Everything I could want is already here, Grandfather, and I'd rather spend the money on people who need it. Grandfather, are those tears? Aren't you glad to see me?
Oh, Heidi, you'll never know how much I feel. You make me have faith again. Well, you must be hungry after that long trip. Do you think you can remember where we keep the milk?
I can remember everything about my home. And you.
And now my mountain really has come to life. And Heidi is Heidi.
Grandmother, we're coming.
I know. The birds seem to sing a little sweeter when you're here.
Birds? Ugh, don't mention birds to me. I wish I could get that falcon out of my lair. I mean, out of my hair.
Did Greta bring your rolls today?
She's been here every morning since you gave her the order. But Heidi, they cost so much.
But it makes us both happy, and that's what money is for.
I'm sorry, but we really must go. This is the day.
I'm ready.
The day for what?
The day for Grandfather to take me to town and arrange for my schooling.
And you're excited about that?
Of course. Now you and I can be in the same class.
Ugh. I think this is a day I'll always remember.
Down, down, down we go. Oh, down so low.
To the schoolhouse we will go.
It's true, Elsa, the honest truth. Every week, Heidi gives me money and I deliver the rolls to Grandmother.
Wait till I tell you this. Yesterday, Heidi came in and ordered me for guests she's expected.
The uncle is expecting house guests? I don't believe it.
He's a changed man. Heidi goes to school and they even go to church together every Sunday.
Strange people just arrived in town.
That could mean trouble. Trouble.
You left out you.
Me? Since when am I trouble?
Forget it, Greta. It's too difficult to explain.
Would you like to rest?
No, let's keep going. I can't wait to see Heidi.
Well, nobody asked me. I'm tired.
What about you, Tanette? Do you mind if we keep going?
What? No, I'm okay.
I say there, my good woman. Which way to the uncles?
It's straight up. You can't miss it.
Would you like us to guide you?
No, thank you. If we can't miss it, we won't miss it.
Where do you think they're from?
Aren't they elegant?
How long do you think they'll stay?
That must be Peter's house. Heidi described it perfectly.
Grandfather, come here, look.
So our guests have arrived. I'm anxious to meet your Clara.
Heidi!
Welcome. Oh, Claire, I thought today would never come.
Neither did I. I haven't slept for days.
I even missed you. And Tanette.
Mr. Sussman sends his regards and deep appreciation.
My pleasure, I assure you, Mrs. Rottenmeier. And maybe Clara should sit down now. Perhaps you would like to see how we fixed her room?
How thoughtful and how charming he is. Can we see it now? If Tanette managed to take the next train back, we won't have much time.
I think I'll stay with Clara. I'm too tired to walk the whole way back to the train.
I understand you, so don't try your tricks on me. Remember, it's downhill this time.
Clara, I've made so many plans. Peter, Clara's here. Hurry and meet her.
I've been waiting all morning for you.
I'm sorry, but Clara was expected.
But you've been helping me with the reading every day since you've been back. You've never failed me before.
It's perfect, Clara. You're going to have a marvelous time here. I'm sorry now that I made other plans. Oh, well, another time. Goodbye, all. And remember, Clara, your father will return for you at the end of the month.
End of the month? She's staying that long?
Just follow the path down the mountain. We'll go in now and have some of that fine, rich milk and cheese to see what we can do to fatten you up.
Whatever you say, sir. What shall I call you?
Why, Grandfather, of course.
Of course. Do you think you can put a foot down to get into the house? Maybe you could be walking by the time you leave our mountain.
Impossible. The doctors all said so.
You didn't even say goodbye.
I'm sorry. I was so concerned about Clara that I forgot you were still here.
Well, thank you. I guess that means you won't be coming out with me tomorrow either.
I'm afraid not, Peter. As long as Clara's my guest, I'll have to spend my time with her. Good night, Peter.
I'll get you, Miss Clara, from Frankfurt. You'll see.
Rolls as fresh as the morning dew.
Greta, you're early. Mother, Greta's here. I must say, it's quite a luxury having my rolls delivered right to my door.
Nothing but the finest for friends Miss Heidi. By the way, I haven't seen her lately.
A friend has been taking up all her time.
Don't mind him, Greta. Heidi is special to him.
He misses the time spent with her. In fact, we all miss her.
She's only a girl. I'll see you later.
I've got my basket of rolls to sell. Goodbye. Down, down, down I go. But the fresh rolls that I must sell.
Up, up, up I go, all alone.
I can't believe I've been here 2 weeks. It seems like 2 days.
Because we've been having so much fun. And today, we're going to see one of the most beautiful places on the mountain.
Excuse me, but I'm adding special effects. Pretty good, if I do say so myself.
Are you comfortable, my princess?
Oh, very, my good knight. It's so lovely here, Grandfather. Thank you for bringing me.
I'll come back to get you in a little while. And Heidi, when Peter comes by, ask him to bring you as much milk as you want. I wonder why that rascal didn't stop by today.
I love the milk here. In Frankfurt, it seemed I was never hungry, but here I'm always eating.
Mrs. Rodmeyer would never believe it. I know what. While you write to your father, I'll write to her.
It's wonderful how well you learned to read and write, Heidi.
I just did what you told me. I believed it wasn't impossible, and suddenly it really was easy. And that's what Grandfather's been trying to tell you about learning to walk again.
I know, but it always hurts too much. Maybe with Grandfather insisting that I try to use my legs each day, maybe someday. Heidi, that enormous bird, what is that?
That's our falcon. There's a superstition about him that he's only seen when something important is about to happen.
Something bad or something good?
They don't say. I know what, Clara. I'll go get some of those petals. Then we can put them in the letters we sent to your father.
A marvelous idea. It's so lovely here, Daddy. I wish you could see.
I'll teach you a lesson, Miss Clara. Stealing my best friend?
The air is so clear here. And Dorfley is very pretty and quaint. And the food, oh, Daddy, it is so good. It seems I'm always hungry for more. My dresses are getting so tight. I'll soon have to buy more.
What was that sound?
Perhaps a branch fell from a tree and broke.
No. Oh, look, there's Peter. Peter, come here. Peter, did you hear a sound like something breaking? Oh, come on, Peter. Don't sulk all the time.
Please, Peter, let's be friends.
Peter, you. Clara, where are your crutches?
Why, right. They're gone. Heidi, they're gone.
I've got to go take care of my goats.
No, don't leave us now. Someone's got to tell Grandfather.
You wouldn't tell Uncle, would you?
I must.
No!
But how else can we get Clara home?
Oh, I thought you meant...
What did you think Heidi wanted to tell Grandfather, Peter?
Nothing. It's just that... Never mind. Okay. I'm sorry. I did it.
Did what? Peter, are you trying to say you took Clara's crutches?
I'm sorry.
There's no harm done. Just bring them back and we'll forget all about it.
I can't.
Peter, you didn't. Where?
I stomped on them and threw them off the cliff. They're in a million pieces.
Poor Peter.
No, don't be nice to me. That just makes it worse. You should hate me.
I'd still like to be your friend.
But how can we get you home?
We'll have to carry you. Now, Clara, put your arm around my neck like this and put the other arm around Peter's and lean on us. Now try. Ugh, I'm too small. Why didn't I eat more cheese?
You did your best.
Clara, you've got to use your legs.
I'll try.
Just stamp your foot down real hard, and then it won't hurt so much. Try.
Do you really think so?
Oh, again, with the other foot.
That wasn't quite so bad.
Again, oh, Claire, once more.
She's using her foot.
I'm walking.
Oh, Clara, think of all the wonderful things you'll be able to do. You'll get stronger and stronger, and we'll be able to walk right up to the top of the mountain together.
It's a miracle.
Maybe I was supposed to break your crutches.
Peter, maybe you were.
I'm so grateful to you. Oh, Peter, thank you.
Girls.
Children, a surprise for you.
I had to come. I couldn't wait any longer.
Oh, Daddy, you picked the perfect moment. No, please, Daddy. Stay where you are. Let me try it alone.
It's too soon.
Let her try.
Oh, Clara, my beautiful Clara, are you all right?
I've never been better.
I've never been this happy.
We'll go in now. That's enough excitement for one day, and Clara needs to rest.
Would you believe that was the last day the Falcon was ever seen?
Hurry, Daddy. Sebastian will be waiting at the train for us.
I told you I'm sentimental.
Down, down, down we go to the train.
But we'll all be back again.
And that was the end of the Falcon's Nest and the beginning of the Magic Mountain, where only beautiful things can happen. Heidi said so.
And Heidi wouldn't lie.
Candid footage here. It's always good if you get that.
Mrs. Land, oh, wonderful. See, Mrs. Landis, no one could hear, and it was just a shame, and they all cried, and it was bad. But that won't happen tomorrow. Then Mrs. Landis will say, oh, you all were just so wonderful, and I had tears, and it was... And, if you want to take pictures, please see the stage at this time, and if you want to... Okay.
there's more women than there are toilets. You're welcome to use one of those.
Everybody can see me here. Scooch in. Josiah and everyone to Josiah's right. Take 2 steps that way. I need somebody else on the other side. There you go. Swap. There you go. There you go. Swap. There you go. There you go. Swap. There you go. Yoshi's the only one who gets a pass because of that mustache. Every here, crazy faces. Okay, sitting on the floor in front of the, right here. I have one photo this year that does not include James laying on the floor. Scoot down a little bit. Miranda, scooch down. Okay, thank you. Stay.
I understand you, so don't try your tricks on me. Remember, it's downhill this time.
Clara, I made so many plans. Peter, Clara's here. Hurry and meet her. I've been waiting all morning for you. I'm sorry, but Clara was expected. But you can... I'll get you this, Clara, from Frankfurt. You'll see.
Up I go to Evo 1, Evo 1. Are you ready for it?
Oh, yes! What are you doing at my house? Get on my property! Come on! Have fun in there! Listen! Listen, you'll hear the party sound! OMG! They're dead!
And this is Techwood's best. And this is why the tech crew doesn't act.
Yeah!
Follow you, go for all